As a quality analyst, the moment you discover a bug in the application, you reproduce. The reason for the production is you want to make sure that this is a bug. So at the time of reproduction, the bug is still unconfirmed because the authorities has not confirmed it yet. So once you find a bug, you reproduce it, the status is unconfirmed. So from the unconfirmed status, you now change the status as new, which means a new bug has been found. So when you change it to new, what happens? This is the time that the developers are notified that the bug has been found. So it is now the developers who are now looking into this bug, if this is a bug or if this is not a bug. Now the developers, because once it's new, it's assigned to developers, right?
Yes.
Now the developers are now looking at if this is a bug or if this is not a bug. Now, during this stage, three things will happen. The developers might decide to ignore the bug. They might decide to reject the bug. They might decide to respond to the bug. So these are the three things that happen during the time the developers are working on this bug. So if they ignore the bug, the reason why they can ignore the bug is that they have looked at the whole system. There is no way you can convince them that this is a bug. The developers can reject it. For them to accept the bug, to reject the bug means
to them everything is okay.
Everything is okay, just ignore, don't even listen to this. Or they can respond. For them to respond to the bug, that means basically that this is a bug. So we're going to have to respond to this bug. Okay?
And the first one is ignoring it, mean like...
Yeah, ignoring, you can say ignoring / postpone. Postpone means that even though it might be a bug, but we have some critical things going on, we can come back to this later on the day or sometime in future. We can actually come back to do this. So, but let's say in this scenario that they agree that this is a bug. So they are doing what? They are responding to the bug. Okay. Now the developers are responding to this bug. They are working on this bug. It might take them 1 day, it might take them 1 week, it might take them 2 weeks, it might take them whatever time it's gonna take them. It depends on what the bug is all about. Now they have completed their job. They have fixed the bug. The bug was XYZ. So XYZ has been fixed in the application. Now what is the next thing? The developers will now send the bug back to the quality analyst for him to test it. So once they finish working on the bug, they will change the status to test. Sometimes if you are using a Bugzilla, okay, now let me use the industry standard Bugzilla. Once the developers have completed their work, everything is done, then they will send this bug, the status will be changed to resolved. Resolved fixed. That means they believe has been fixed. But there is no assurance that it has been fixed because it has not been tested. So once they change it to resolve fixed, automatically the QA will receive it, but the QA will not test it until developers, the developer, the head or the senior person there will now change it from resolve fixed to resolved test. This is the only time the QA can now test the bug. QA is testing the bug because it is now resolved and you are testing to verify that this has actually been resolved. Yeah. So QA will test it and find out that this has been resolved. So once you resolve it, then QA will now change the status from resolved test to resolved verified. Verified. To resolve verified. So once it's been changed to resolve verified, it automatically goes back to the developers. Then when I look at it that QA has verified this, then they will change it from resolve verified to resolved close. And then the bug is closed. So basically that's the bug life cycle. Let me take it one more time. You find the bug, it's unconfirmed. You reproduce the bug and reproduce 3, 4, 5 times. Make sure that it's a bug. You change the status to new. That's the time you have notified the developing department that I have found the bug, the status is new. Now the developers know that there is a new bug in the system. Now they are looking at it, which means it's been assigned to the developers. The developers will now begin to look at the bug. 3 things will happen. They can postpone it, they can reject it, they can respond to the bug. Now let's say that the reason why they have to postpone it is when they are not sure or when they have so many things going on that they need to do. Okay? And one other thing that will make them to postpone the bug is when you are sending the bug to them, there is what is called P1 to P4. If you assign, which I'm going to show you in Bugzilla, if you assign the bug P1, which means P1 means critical. Some industry will tell you that P1 means nothing. P1 means critical, P2 very urgent, P3 important, P4 not really important, things like that. So if you say it's P4 and they find it that it's P4, they might postpone it because it's not all that important. But if you say P1, which means it's critical, we have to look into it immediately. So in this case, they find this is a bug, they want to respond to this bug, and they are responding to the bug, they fix the bug. So once they fix it, they themselves will change it from assigned to resolve fixed. From resolve fixed, they will send it to the QA. And the QA cannot text when it is in resolve fixed until it changes to resolve text. Because QA goes with the word test. So once you see resolve text, you begin to test. You take the bug, you find out this is a bug, okay, you've tested it, everything is fine, there is no more problem. Now, you yourself have to change it from resolve test to resolve what? Verified. Because you have verified, you have tested, and everything is fine. Once you change it, developers will now change it from resolve verified to resolve what? Close. So that's the end of bug life cycle. Let me take some questions.